Yeah, hi there, this is tuxauto.com again. Welcome to my video channel. As you probably can see, we want to talk a little bit about black and white photography. In the older analogous days, we had, or at least I had, two different bodies, one filled with slide film and the other one was black and white. But now with the modern cameras, it's a little bit easier because you can switch between black and white and color as you like. And last but not least, you can even switch to black and white later on in image processing. If you choose a picture style for monochrome, and most of those cameras at least have one picture style for monochrome, then only the JPEG file is affected. So if you still shoot in RAW and choose the monochrome picture style, you at least have the advantage that you see in the viewfinder on the camera display the picture as it would be like in monochrome. That's a big advantage compared to the older days where you have to push up your imagination and judge how the image would look like in black and white. But there is a little problem if we take Lightroom or Luminar, and I will show you this here on your desktop PC. Okay, here we are in Lightroom, and I already imported the images. And if you do JPEGs and RAW at the same time, you have to go here in Preferences in the General tab and just hit this checkbox here where JPEG and RAW files are treated as separate images. That is the RAW and that's the JPEG file. But if we take the RAW, you might as well notice even it's the RAW, it's still black and white monochrome, and that is caused to the camera profiles. If we go over to the Develop tab, you see here that Lightroom applied the camera monochrome profile for this image. If you want to develop the monochrome or RAW file yourself, you can bring back the color. Just switch here to color or any other built-in profile. And you can see here there's no loss in information, and now you can treat this image as a regular RAW file, and if you want, convert this to a black and white monochrome at a later time. Okay, that is Lightroom. Now we switch over to Luminar. Okay, I read in the images from my little walk through the park, and maybe we take this as an example here, or we take this one, it doesn't matter. That is a RAW file, and here it is displayed as a black and white. That's the same effect in Lightroom, but as soon as your RAW file is loaded, like this one here, it is displayed in regular color. You could now go to the Edit tab and develop the image as you like and convert it later to black and white if you prefer that. But if you go here under Light, you see here the Luminar default profile which is applied to the image, and even though I think Luminar recognized the applied black and white profile in the development module, this is discarded. But if you want to, you can go here to Camera L monochrome, monochrome or monochrome D, and here we got our black and white file again. But if we select the Luminar default again, it won't switch back to color. So you have to go back with Ctrl Z to eliminate that to get back to the color image. The other way would be we go here like monochrome D, for example, and play around with the exposure a little bit. Now we selected the camera profile, and then we just could here reset the adjustment and then bring back the full color image for further image processing if you like. As you could see, the Lightroom installation applies after the import the fitting profile for the camera, in this case the monochrome picture style, so even the imported raw files are displayed in monochrome black and white. But since the color information in the raw image is not lost, you can still go back to a color image and process like you used to. If you switch from the applied monochrome profile to a standard profile like Adobe Color or Adobe Landscape or any other color profile you want to choose. In Lumina that's a little bit different. As you could see, if I double-click the image to switch to the development module, the image is displayed in color. But you can then select the fitting profile for your camera and process with the black and white profile as you like. And here you can switch back to color profile, but you have to reset the settings, because if you once change to a monochrome profile and choose a standard Lumina standard profile for color, the display is not changed to a color display as in Lightroom. If you don't find the profile in Lumina 4, that could be caused by the fact if you don't have Lightroom and or Photoshop installed. That's okay so far. But then you could get those DCP files or color profiles for the different cameras if you install the Adobe DNG converter, which includes those profiles. So even without a Lightroom or Photoshop installation, you are able to use the color profiles, which are almost or pretty precisely fitting to the profile generated by your camera. Okay, that was my little video about black and white photography, which is still very creative and interesting and still has its place in general photography, especially in landscape, architecture or portrait photography. There are a lot of excellent black and white photographers out there, so you might as well give it a try. And through the color profiles you can choose from the camera, you are able to judge the impact of a monochrome image right away in the viewfinder or in the display of the camera. Okay, if you apply those picture style in the camera, as you could see, they don't affect the raw files. It's only from loading the color profiles implemented in Lightroom and Lumina. But if you once in a while take a video clip or so, since I said the picture styles affect the JPEG, then you have to remember to set your picture style to a color profile so you don't have a black and white video clip. Okay, that was my little video about black and white photography. If you have any questions, just place them in the comments of the video below or in the comments to the corresponding blog post. And if you like this video, or if this video was a little bit helpful for you, you might think about placing a like on this video, and even better, just subscribe my channel. But then don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Okay, that was all for today, and I have to say till the next time, ciao, Tux Oche.